Ooh, welcome back to some Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Shall we see what's going on our island of Fawnhollow today? Why don't we? Why not, you know? Why not see what's waiting for us in store today? Actually, probably not that much because it's Saturday, so there's only KK Cider visiting. But, you know, that's why we make our own adventures now. What am I saying? I don't know. It's past 5 PM, so I guess we could do a bit of bug hunting. We've still got a lot of bugs. We've got some deep sea creatures we still need to catch. That's about it, I suppose. Not much to do until it rolls over to August, I suppose. Hello there, everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 5:08 PM on Saturday, July 18th, 2020. Now for today's announcements. Today we have a visitor staying at the campsite. Go meet our guest in person and find out more about them. That's all for today. Have a fun day out of it. I swear we've had so many campsite visitors recently. Either that or the days are just flying by. With, you know, bit of column A, bit of column B. And try all of column C. No, that's not lyrics, wait. Oh, column A, try all of column B. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me, Gulliver. Yarr, hey there, it's Gulliver. Spoiler warning for, oh wait, this is the same thing. It's always the same letter. Something from Savannah. Sharing is caring, Motor. I was doing a little recreational organising last week and came across this light. It's just gathering dust here, but I thought it might brighten up your place. I hope you like it. If not, well, sorry. Always hopeful, Savannah. Oh. It makes me feel so bad every time they give me a gift now. Every time they give you a gift, they're just like, oh, if you don't like it, just like throw it away or sell it or something. Or give it to someone else. I'm like, don't say that. Hey there, just wanted to thank you for flying Dodo Airlines. We know you don't have a lot of options, but choosing us DAL merch. Because I flew to Benedict's Island last night to give him some more recipes. A lucky cat. I think we can actually make a golden lucky cat now, which is a lucky, what's the word? Item. Lucky item. And I think we got nearly all the lucky items now. The only one I can remember we're missing is the robot statue, but that one you need like 30 rusted parts for. So let's see who our campsite visitor is today. Annabelle! Right? I have you on Pocket Camp. Hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm Annabelle. You live on this island, right? I'm camping here. Going to kick back and chill on Fawnhollow for a bit. Let's hang out while I'm here. You were one of my favourite Peppy villagers quite a while ago. Because I had her on Wild World. I mean, she moved out at some point. I don't know when. I don't remember when any of my villagers moved out, but still. Unfortunately, I suppose Audie's taken that spot now, so I'm sorry, Annabelle. So I assume KK Side is just sort of chilling here. Yeah, so what have I been up to today? Actually, today has been surprisingly uneventful because I spent most of this morning what's the word? Drawing. Drawing, as I spoke about yesterday, The Witness YouTube thumbnail, which is going to be a new series that I'm going to... What are you wearing, Diana? Ah, that's the thing that someone gave you that one time, probably. Hey, it looks actually pretty good on you. It's a bit short, I think, but... hey, I mean, you do you, Diana. You got confidence, and that's what that's what I applaud you for. It's actually boiling hot in my room right now, and the window's open. How's it so warm right now? It's 5 PM. But anyway, yeah, so I was drawing The Witness YouTube thumbnail. It's done now. It's sort of interesting. I don't think it's my best one. I still think Hollow Knight's probably the best one I've done, but it's a bit weird because in The Witness, I don't think you ever see your character, or your character doesn't even have a model. I don't really know. You might just be a walking like camera, for all I know. At least I couldn't find any pictures of like the playable character. So I sort of just had to like improvise a random costume. It's not much, it's just like a hoodie and stuff, and I was like, good enough probably. And then I'll be honest, I got kind of bored of drawing the background for the Witness thumbnail. So it's kind of a, if you look too closely, you look at it and be like, hey, wait a minute, this is actually really lazily done. And it's true. I'm sorry, I just didn't have the energy to do it. So yeah, I got too spoilt by Snakebite and Raccoon with much more simplistic art styles to copy the backgrounds off. It's a lot less time consuming, but this one took forever. This one, like, probably... It didn't take quite as long as the Hollow Knight one. The Hollow Knight one I really went all out for, because I thought it was a really cool style. This one was much more troublesome. But it's alright, it's done now. And I hear The Witness is a great game, so I'm looking forward to playing it. Maybe today, actually. Should I record some today? I don't know. I don't know what I've got this smallest backlog of currently, so that, well, I don't know. That's a problem for future me. You don't need to worry about that. Is that something we haven't caught before? I'm actually not sure, so I'm going to catch it anyway. I think it's a Maya stag now I look at it. Maya stags just look so different in this game because they used to be so much more like vibrantly brown in previous versions. Get out of here. There's no place to plant. So yeah, that's basically what I was doing. I organised some files, looking at through some online sales for clothes, you know. I mean, you can't really go in store right now, so I mean, maybe you can, but I'm not gonna. If I can avoid it, if I can just buy stuff online. Everyone's here chilling with KK Cider. I respect that. Haven't really looked at much, haven't bought anything yet, so, you know, maybe I'll do that later. Actually, I'll probably do that, like, in the evening or night time. Sorted out some computer files, it's all good, it's all business stuff. Oh, and my Barclays card came. I think I commented on that before. I was waiting for my debit card to come, and it was like, oh, within 2 days, and it's been like 10 days, and I was like, I wonder if I should call them. And then apparently it came yesterday, so there we go. Well, I say apparently, I mean, it did come yesterday. It wasn't like, it's not like a theoretical thing I'm talking about, so yeah. But you know what's been on my mind? For some reason, this is going to be such a specific reference. Like, I don't know if... In fact, I don't even know what the reference is entirely, which might sound absolutely stupid, but it kind of does. But it's, okay, so basically, to set you the scene, in things like maybe I shouldn't have scared that way. In primary school and secondary school, we did there's things like Christmas plays and stuff like that, right? And what it is just the class gets together and then we put on a show for the parents, and obviously we're all children, so we're terrible actors, most of us, apart from like a few of us who are actually good at acting and all that. But you know, the parents love it anyway because it's great to see your kid participating in something like that. Well, I'd imagine. At least if I was a parent, I'd probably feel that way. So anyway, for some reason, the only thing I could think of this morning when I woke up was this very specific play, which I didn't even take part in. It was in our secondary school. Okay, we didn't have a Christmas play in secondary school in the same sense, but in secondary school there was like a drama competition. And because, I'm not sure if it's a thing, like in how in Harry Potter there's houses, I don't know if it's as much of a thing in America. We had houses in our secondary school, and we had house competitions. Which means, and in this case, this one was like the house drama competition that I was thinking of. Where basically, well, yeah, all the classes in your house would try and put together a little drama theatre piece, or like put on a performance, and then they get judged or something. I don't know. I've never taken a part in one because I always had quite a lot of stage fright, so I didn't really like going up on stage. Nowadays, I'd probably do it if given the opportunity. I'd be like, yeah, sure. I'll do your drama thing. Significantly less anxious than I was as a child, so yeah. Anyway. And the one we did, and well, not we, the one our house did, which a lot of my friends took part in. Well, a few of my friends took part in, I suppose. It's, I can't remember, it's like a parody Snow White one. Except it's not like a parody, not like a adult parody or anything. It's just like, actually, parody is probably the wrong word. Maybe a retelling of Snow White. But it's literally the only thing that's been on my mind for the entire day, because not only was it something that we did for our house competition, I'm pretty sure we did the exact same play for our let me think, leaving performance in primary school, which might sound weird to you as well, but basically we had like a swan play, like a swan song, but a play when we were in year 6, which is the last year of primary school, and we put on a performance, and we put on Snow White as our performance, and I don't even know what. Was I a narrator? I'm like always a narrator in the place because I had like the highest reading comprehension in primary school, so they were like, oh, obviously there should be the one to read out the narrating stuff, which, you know, it's something, I guess. I shouldn't complain all that much, but still, that's a bit boring. But I guess I wasn't much of a performer back then, so I mean, I'm not really much of a performer now, but I feel like I could do a decent job at performing in acting. Not like, definitely not anywhere near the level of like professionals or anything like that, but you know, an okay job. I'm gonna try and find this on Snow White retelling theatre play. Maybe I just put Snow White theatre play. I don't know why it's been on my mind. I don't even think it was a parody. Now I think about it, was it a parody? It was sort of a parody because it involves, instead of being a regular Snow White story, she hitchhikes into the city to live with 7 dwarves, and then who are all they're all bookies. That's right. Oh, that's what I should search. Snow White feared to play bookies. Ah, it's a pantomime. That's a much better word. It's not really a parody. It's a pantomime. It's a bit of theatrical. Well, obviously theatrical. Bit of a I don't know. Over the top sort of style, you know, like sort of parody. This isn't a very good explanation at all, is it? Are pantomimes a thing in the USA? I don't even know. Very big in UK. Big for school trips and all that. She's behind you. Let's see. Pantomime review. Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Is this it? Bookie. No, wait. This person just used the word bookie in that blog post. That's not what I wanted. Oh, anyway. But instead of them being 7 dwarfs, there's 7 short men who are also bookies, which are people who do the betting stuff in horse races, I think. I don't really know all that well. And then, for some reason, Snow White sneaks into the Queen's castle to steal the magic mirror and then ask it who's going to win the horse race, and then the answer is mistletoe, as I remember. And I'm trying to remember, were there songs? I can't actually remember if there were songs in the play or we just performed with songs. Because the only part I can remember, I don't remember the house play very well, or if it had any songs in, so I'm very sorry to my friends who took part in that. But in primary school, I remember, the only song I can remember is a musical number. Who sings the song? Is it Katy Perry? Sings The Boy Does Nothing. The one who's like, does he wash up? He never wash up. Does he clean up? No, he never cleans up. That song. For some reason, he's like, she moved into the 7 Dwarfs house, and then Snow White performed that song or something with the 7 Dwarfs. I think. Does that make sense? I don't know. Oh, you know what it was? I think I was the king in that play. I wasn't the narrator. Do we even have a narrator? I don't remember. I legit don't remember. I don't know. All these like primary school play memories are coming back to me now. I'm gonna have to sort through them and think about how I'm even gonna tell them. Hold on. Let's sort out these flowers while they're on my mind. There was definitely another song. There was definitely more songs now I think about them. Yeah. No, it's coming back to me. There's the Huntsman song that goes like, little Snow White, I'm sorry, but your heart must come out. Little Snow White, I've orders, and I'm afraid there's no doubt. Taking this life. And there's mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Something, Queen, you all adore us. No, wait, that doesn't that doesn't make sense. You know, I can't remember the lyrics to that one if it wasn't evidently obvious. We don't have a lot of space in our inventory. Hooked on a feeling. I'm surprised I can remember these songs so well. Let's swap it with something. Oh, we can't swap it with a flower. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, we're gonna have to drop a weed on the floor, I suppose, before we sort everything else out. So it was like, what other songs? There was a one called The King's Ball, I remember. I love that song. It was like, the big ones and little ones and some in between. I can't remember. That's all I remember. They all came down to the King's Ball. Maybe it wasn't called the King's Ball now. That doesn't seem like enough syllables to fill up the situation we got going on there. There's also definitely other songs. I'm just trying to think of them. They're not coming to mind right now. Maybe if I search the lyrics to the Snow White song, they'll come up. Okay, let me see. Oh, Snow White, I'm sorry, but your heart must come out. Disney Frozen Let It Go sing along, but it wasn't really what I had in mind. Oh, theatre. Oh, yeah, you know what? I should search school play. That will probably come up. School play. Apparently we didn't plant the black lily, so good job me. Christmas production of Snow White. Here we go. I mean, this doesn't look right. I don't know. Clearly, our primary school had like a... Not a wealth. What's the word? Like a trove of all these different school plays. Are these buds? These are buds. For every class to do as they left. Like I remember in my sister's year, they did... wait, I don't remember. Wait, I actually don't remember. They're all retellings of like popular storybooks or whatever. What was that one? Three Little Bears, I think. Oh yeah, so it must have been Goldilocks and Three Little Bears. That makes sense. Oh, wait, I felt like it was Jack and Beanstalk. Wait, I felt like we had. Oh no, I think I'm getting so many different plays confused now. Clearly, primary school was a bit of a blur for me right now, so it's a little bit difficult to remember exactly what happened. I don't really want my pansy there, but thank you for growing there, I suppose. Because, you know, despite the fact we were the oldest year in year 6, we weren't allowed to be the lead year on the Christmas production. See, there's two different things. There was a Christmas production and there was our leaving theatre production. But different, you know, in case you got confused there. But for our school Christmas production, which had years from 1 to 6, which I guess would be like grades 1 to 5 or grades 1 to 7. I can't remember what the offset is in America. Yeah, the school production featured all the years. But if you were in year 5, you had the leading role. And what did we do for our year? We did... what did we do? I feel like we did a mishmash of a load of different popular fairy tales. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We definitely had the Three Little Bears in it at some point, but we didn't do Goldilocks and Three Little Bears, because I was like the evil big brother for some reason, but I don't remember why. I think it was just... Wait, was it the Princess and the Frog? It might have been the Princess and the Frog, because I remember our leading actress had a song where she sang that old song called Something Stupid with a load of frogs. Frogs and newts and toads. And then she had lines like, I've kissed 14 frogs, 8 toads and 7 newts and 1 newt, and I still couldn't find a prince or whatever. I don't know why I remember this. This is such random like hodgepodge of memories which are coming back to me now. Fossil assessment. Oh, we've done 500. And we still haven't found... Wait, we've done 500 and we haven't found this one yet that we want. Despicable. Let's put this green mum down, I suppose. And then we'll put some stuff away. Plant that. I'm actually really confused what it was now. What was it? What was the story? Was it also Sleeping Beauty? I felt like she fell asleep at some point. I am really confused. I think it was a hodgepodge of different... no, wait, take a lucky cat out. Actually, I don't know if we got enough gold ore to make the... What am I doing? The lucky cat. The golden lucky cat. We're free. How much do we need? Let's find it. Is it going to be in housewares? Wait, do we even have a recipe for it? I don't remember. I feel like we do. Don't see it there. Oh, there it is. We need 2. Perfect. Well, not perfect. It's decidedly, like, not actually perfect, but, like, good enough. It's what we needed. So it's probably miscellaneous then. I'm actually so confused at what the story was, and the more I think about it. This has been eye-opening. It was this actual hodgepodge of a load of different old fairy tales, I suppose. Where should we put this? I guess we can get rid of this. Put it down here. Perfect. I mean, it looks a bit weird and out of place, but you know, that's just our style, I suppose. Ah, you know, maybe that... No, that can't be right. Because that was a different lead actress now, I think about it. Was I the king, or was I the big evil brother? Or maybe it was different in either. Maybe I wasn't... Wait, I don't know. It's all lost on me now. You know what I should be talking about is the childhood nativity play. It was an absolute classic, you know? The story of the nativity and Bethlehem. And we had to do it every single year. Like, it was the 3 youngest years, I think you always had to do it for their Christmas play. And I was the narrator when I was in year 2. Oh yeah, when I say the 3 youngest years, it's like including reception, I think, which is year 0. Like, kindergarten, I guess, would be the equivalent. Yeah, I was a narrator in that. Narrating wasn't very interesting. You might have been like, oh, you must have had a lot of lines to remember because, you know, that's what a narrator does right now, and I could just read it off a piece of paper. They probably didn't trust me. Oh, you know what? I just have this ridiculous memory from that year. One of the years we were doing a play, because you do it like 2 or 3 times. Maybe 3 times, I can't remember, because, you know, not every adult can... If you just do one night, the hall isn't big enough, or the parents... Not every parent can make one given day, but they might be able to make another one, so you do it 2 or 3 times. And then one of the days... about half the class was ill, so we were missing about half our actors, which was incredibly weird, because there were 2 of us who were narrators. It was me and this other girl, and I had to double up. I had to be both narrators for that one, and then like I think we were missing one of our main actors or something, so then some other guy just like stepped into it, and then like we had this dance routine, I feel like, with a load of girls. Some of the girls were dancing as stars, and then we had like 5 of them or something, when it was usually like 9. So it was all very weird. On that day, I remember I was noticed. So what happened was I had to stand up and then walk to the front and then say my line, and then I sat down again and waited for my next line. And then at one point, I walked up to the center stage. The spotlight was on me, and then suddenly this random voice just like came ringing out through the speakers. It was one of the teacher's assistants at the back, and she was reading my line, because I don't know, she apparently got lost in where the script was, and she thought I'd forgotten my line or forgot to say it or something, so she just said it, and I just awkwardly stood there. And then when she was done, I just sat back down again, which is the classic sort of mess you expect to see in these sort of young children putting on theatre plays. But man, that just made me feel sad. I was like, you stole my line. Of course, now I'm older, I'm like, I get why she did it. She just made a mistake, and she thought that I forgot my line. She's like, the show must go on, that sort of thing, you know? If anything, it was much more hilarious, I'm sure, for the parents watching, you know? I can't imagine, like, I'm not a parent, so, you know, I don't have a current existing experience of having a child and then having them be, like, the light of my life and all that. But I can sort of, like, imagine it. But I've got to imagine those, those, like, theatre plays that they put on in primary school and like elementary, whatever. They're obviously not going to be very good, because the children are kind of young. They're not going to be the best actors or actresses, shall we say. Why don't we do some deep sea diving? We haven't done it for a while. So I'd imagine sitting through like 2 hours of your child, not even your child, like necessarily acting, because you know there's like 30 children, or probably like 100 depending on how many years are doing it. And if your child isn't one of the bold ones who wants to have a lead role, they're probably like a random tree or something in the background for like one dance number or something. You wait for like 1.5 hours or 2 hours of not the greatest acting you've ever seen, just to see your child for a little bit, and then boom, it's done. You must get incredibly bored. Surely. It must be incredibly boring. I mean, it's a thing you stick through when you have a child, I'd imagine. I don't know. Maybe for a lot of people, the child is the light of their life, obviously. So, seeing them is still incredibly exciting, even though it's probably the worst like production of a Nativity or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs you've ever seen. Apart from that one standout kid who's actually probably going to be an actor or actress when they wake up. That's wrong. When they grow up. Well, the wake up is very haunting. It sounds like it's a Matrix sort of thing. Wake up, little Timothy. It's all a dream. How much inventory space we got? We've got quite a lot. Oh. Apparently we've got a Nook Mile mission for deep sea diving, I guess? Apparently so. Building up that Nook Mile reservoir again. Or see if we can find a scallop. Anyway, what deep sea creatures are we missing? We're missing a gigas, giant clam, a pearl oyster, giant isopod, vampire squid, and horseshoe crab. All of which are reasonably rare, I think, so that's going to be a while. Until we find one of them. Yeah. I think I got like a glimpse into that sort of parental life. Well, not parental life, but the enjoying the disaster that is young children putting on a theatrical performance, I suppose. Oh, it's a scallop. Pascal? No? I have heard he doesn't turn up on every single scallop you pick up. It's like a percentage chance or something, which is bizarre. I completely missed this bubble. When I was much older, though, and we watched the young years do their performance, it was very hilarious every time. Just like watching all the kids do very random things while they're bored, waiting for stuff to happen. Like one of the memories I remember, like one of the, because they always do the Nativity, one of the Freeze-wise kings had like a crown on his head and he was like he was wearing it on his head, and when he did his part and he went and sat down, because for some reason we always just like sat down in front of this stage play, just like waiting our turn, and sneak off backstage when we have to. I don't know, maybe it's so our parents can see us. If we're one of the children who didn't want to be a front runner, I suppose, in the theatrical performance. Oh, you're quite fast. Maybe you're one of the ones we want. Was that an abalone? Abalone. What was I saying? Yeah, and he was just like trying to force his head through one of the crowns, like literally. And I think it like broke, or he actually managed. He got like the crown around his neck and it got like stuck or something. So I don't know. I don't know what he did after that. He's probably just had a terrible time, I'd imagine. I'm just trying to think of what roles I were from year 1 to year 6. I was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in one of them. In like year 1, I guess. So in year 2 I would have been a narrator. In year 3, I don't remember year 3. Year 5 I was the evil big brother. Year 6 I was a king. So what was I in year 4 and year 3? Honestly, no matter. Oh! You know what? In year 6, in the Christmas play, I remember I was a market seller because the performance we did was what is it? Dick Whittington and his cat? I don't really remember. I was a narrator and also the market person. Now think about it, our teachers very much like putting like random like pop songs or something into the plays, because in that one, I remember we sang ABBA. We sang SOS by ABBA for some reason. And I have a memory of this. Because, I don't know, apparently I was really into singing that song or something at one point. And because we all sat on the... Oh, that's probably why we all sat in front of the stage. So they could have like we were like a choir, I suppose. And then like the second verse started. And I just went... I just sang my heart into it. I put my heart into it and like whatever the lyrics are. When you're so far away, when you're no longer here. Something like that. And apparently I was the only one singing at that point. Or like everyone else was singing really quietly. I remember all the parents' heads just turned to look at me. Like they expected me to stand up and like join in the duet. Or not the duet, but like, you know, the song going on the centre stage right now. That would have been amazing. That would have been, what an upstaging, you know. Just completely ruined that moment. Okay, obviously I would never do that. That'd be very cruel. I think we'll swim back to the beach and grab that recipe I saw earlier. Along the beach, and then I'll wrap up the episode here. Yeah, we had ABBA SOS, we had The Boy Does Nothing, we had Something Stupid, we had... I'm still befuddled by whatever our play was at that time. I don't understand what it was. I don't understand what fairy tale we're doing, if not just all of them simultaneously. Which might actually have been it. I could have sworn I saw. Ah, there it is. Recipe here. Who do we think it's from? I think it's going to be from... Sure, Rhonda. Bamboo floor lamp. We already know this recipe. I'm surprised we're still getting the bamboo recipes now I think about it. It's way past springtime. I keep hitting right trigger apparently. Just by the way I'm gripping my controller. Actually, can we do a KK Slider song? I don't know if... Is it 6 he does it or is it 5? 6, alright. So I guess we'll round up this episode up here anyway. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments and subscriptions are greatly appreciated, and I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.